Good evening, Council, staff, public. So I got two things I'm going to talk about. First of all, I'm going to hit Senate Bill 732. I'm hoping you guys are opposing that. So 732 is in the state legislature. It's currently stalled in the state legislature. It is a bill that would allow, and it has to pass, signed by the governor, pass both houses and signed by the governor to be approved, to allow an air quality management district to even try to pass a tax. Right now, it's not even allowed in the state legislature or in the state of California for an air quality management district to have a tax. So, you heard about lies, you heard about misinformation, you heard about all this stuff. You guys have heard about it a lot. I'm not going to kind of go through all the lies and misinformation out there, but one of them was, air quality management district's going to pass a tax and take your money, keep it in West Covina. They can't. They can't do it. It's got to pass both houses, go through the governor's desk in order for that to happen. So Senate Bill 732, I urge you to oppose that. The other thing about 732 that's interesting is that 10.25 that everyone talks about, is a magic cap in California for sales tax. That actually raises those cities that are at 10.25, which if our magic tax over here comes through, we'll be at 10.25. It'll raise us to 11.25. The 10.25 means nothing when Senate Bill 732, if it passes. So, being that Mr. Wu, you're against taxes, I'm assuming you're going to vote no on 732. You brought it forward, Mr. Mayor. I appreciate that, by the way. I appreciate your candor and your honesty throughout this whole process. Whether I agree or disagree, you've been pretty straight where you stand, and I hope you oppose it as well. I'm curious where the other three stand. I don't know. I honestly believe you guys would be crazy not to vote in favor of opposing it. But then we're going to talk about the tax measure and the I'm just shocked that we haven't even finished counting the signatures at the county yet. I mean, they're validating. Are they going to get it? Probably. I never really said I didn't think they wouldn't get it. I figured they would. They've got a couple $100,000 in their packs that they can put towards this. There's not a resident sitting in this room. There's not a group of residents that come to this council or even in the city they're going to put $100,000 out. I would guess that they're probably somewhere in the $50,000 to $70,000. They're going to outspend every resident. Why? Because for every dollar they put in, they're going to get $3 to $5 back in pay, or even $100 back in pay. It's not about the POA. I love my police department. Every one of those officers that put their life on the line for me, I respect the hell out of them. Absolutely. Firefighters, police officers, military, you name it, I respect them. Absolutely 100%. And I would absolutely give them anything I could give them. We don't have it to give right now, and taxing the residents who are already struggling is not a good way to go. So as we get into this tax thing and about the pay raise, why are we addressing that before the signatures even counted? JD, you're right, wherever you are. Absolutely astonished that they're going to bring an agreement for a 12% pay increase. I know they don't have a contract. They need a contract. I support that. Man, I absolutely agree with some of the things they're doing. But we don't have the money. And if you're not taking Jim Grivich's financial opinion and you're taking others' opinions, I'll give you an example. My wife and I shop at Sam's Club or Costco, and we go through it all the time and you kind of window shop, TVs and whatever else you may be looking for. And we do the needs and wants like our treasurer said. Do I need a new TV? Do I not need a new TV? Is it a need or a want? Man, I can justify anything as a need just based on what I'm talking about. We need our police department, yes, and we need them to be satisfied. But if you talk to Chief Bell, I bet you money we have people, recruits in the process right now. It takes a year to get them through. We're not hurting for recruitment. We're not. They're in the process. They are in. I guarantee you, if there's nobody in the process, then we have a different issue. It has nothing to do with money. They are in the process. But the problem is we are trying to play the game of giving these people a lot of money. And for some of you, what's the next one? Fire? A couple of you guys got, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 in support and mailers out there? What's the next one after that? The other 9 bargaining units in the city? How many of them are going to be coming with a 12% insurance raise in cost or raise in pay? How many? Because that's what this is. That $10 million, our magic tax fairy sitting right there in the front row. He said to the previous council, all you're going to do is blow it on raises. Well, we have a new council, Mr. Magic Tax Fairy, and guess what? You're going to blow it on raises. That's what you're doing. You're going to spend $10 million like that. Have a good day.